Isn't it wonderful when you get to say yes? When you get to say thank you? When you get to say, oh, congratulations? When you get to say, oh, I love that, or wow. There are so many wonderful expressions that you get to say, whether there was anything that was receiving that. So, what I mean by this is, if you were to wake up in the morning and you were just to say, oh, I love winning the lottery. I love winning the lottery. And you just said that. Now, if somebody was listening to you, they might be like, well, have you ever won the lottery? Well, when was the last time you won the lottery? They might, and even it's your own mind that's asking those questions. But you get to jump over that if you choose and just go to the appreciation, the thank you for all these wonderful, wonderful things that you desire, whether you currently have them or not. And there is something very powerful about jumping ahead, what some people call living in the end. When you're moving through life with the, wow, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I am so grateful. I am so grateful for, now fill in the blank. Not with something you have, but something you desire. I am so grateful that now I'm working at this job. I'm so grateful that now I'm, I don't know, trying to get pregnant. I'm so grateful that now I'm pregnant. There is something so magical and so powerful in your inner conversations that you're having. But there's also something extremely powerful in just finding things that lighten your day, lighten your mood. Now, a great example of that is I woke up this morning I'm still in the middle of this crazy snowstorm winter that we're having here in February of 2023 in Southern California. And we had already had a world record, a California record amount of snow. I mean, it was breaking the records. Yeah. All that happy stuff. But to the point to where they're declaring a state of emergency because there's all these people up here and we're all stranded. And, now they're like, oh, people don't have food and things like that. And yes, that's right there. And I could easily step into that sandbox, the sandbox of the Chicken Little energy of, oh my God, what if this happens? What if that happens? What are we going to do? Blah, 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 blah. And when I woke up this morning, I was greeted to my bedroom windows completely blocked by snow. They hadn't been when I fell asleep. Woke up to it. And my very, very first response was, wow. And I just kind of giggled and shook my head at the enormity of my ability to manifest snow. I was like, oh, I really need to be careful what I wish for. Now, very soon after that, I got a text from a friend of mine who lives nearby. And she was saying that her electricity was going on and off and on and off. And she was starting to panic a little bit. And I'm thinking, you have a generator. You just put in a ton of money to put in a generator last year and you're okay. But I don't say anything like that. I just kind of shift the direction of the conversation, because every moment, right next to your sandbox of, wow, this is cool and this is fun, is the sandbox of, oh my God, what if this happens, blah, blah, blah. It's right there. And you can leap over and jump from one sandbox into the other, and that's all fine. You get to do that. You get to, in this life, choose all the time. What kind of manifestation techniques are you choosing to take on today, if any? What kind of mood are you choosing today? What kind of feelings, what kind of stories, what kind of inner conversations are you choosing? The big word here is choosing, choosing, choosing. What are you choosing? Are you choosing to say, well, it's not that easy, Kristen, it's not that easy? Are you choosing that? Or are you choosing, it is so simple and easy and fun to be grateful and to be happy and to be joyful and to be 100% available for absolute knowing that nothing is bigger than me. Nothing is bigger than me. I am the motherfucking operant power here. So nothing's bigger than me. But I get to play in contracted and small and simple and all of that. Yeah, sure. That's there. And but the coolest thing is, even when you're playing contracted and small and fearful and worry, you get to kind of observe that from your God self and just giggle and just laugh. It would be very simple to, I mean, right now I'm sitting here talking with you guys, and if I look to my left, there are my windows. There are 4 windows completely blacked out, even though it's light outside, by outrageous amounts of snow that I've never experienced. And that's the coolest thing here. I have never experienced this before. I've experienced close to this, but I've never experienced this particular situation. And that's what is exciting for me. I love new experiences. I love wow experiences. I love experiences where I'm taking pictures, where I'm like, oh my God, look at this. And I love having people to share it with. I love that kind of life, that kind of reality. So I have used this picture with this particular meme before in my videos, where it says there's more power in, isn't that pretty? Isn't that beautiful? Than there is in, the ho hum of, I've set goals and I'm going to make this happen. And it's not about, I know it says there's more power, but it's more, look at these as 2 different worlds, literally worlds. You can get in your spaceship and you get to go visit worlds, all these different worlds. And it's so interesting. And on one world, there's all sorts of wow and whoa, isn't that amazing? And oh, thank you. And just that level of mindset, that level of energy. And then over here on this world, it's you have to work hard, nose to the grindstone. I'm going to make it happen, but I have to make it happen through lots of hard work and lots of inner conversations that aren't very happy. Which world would you choose? Which world feels like a vacation? Which world feels like fun? And then you choose, babes, you choose, because I am not kidding when I say worlds. Now, you might call it a reality. Some people say, there's multiple dimensions of different dimensions of this particular earth with you on it. So, there's the version of you that is, living your dreams. And then there's a version of you that is wishing for your dreams. And then there's the version of you that doesn't even understand the word dreams and only understands hard work. And then there's the version of you that, and you get to choose which version you want to step into. Yes, it's as easy as that. But you got to be the one to get in the rocket ship, right? You can't sit on your couch and go, oh, I wish. You got to get up and get in the rocket ship. Well, how do you do that? You shift your mindset, guys. You shift your mindset. And in all moments, you're like, okay, well, which inner conversation, which method should I use? Which technique should I use? Well, whichever one feels like what you're shooting for. Okay. So if you're shooting for it's simple, it's easy, it's fun, everything wonderful happens to me, and it happens in huge amounts, and it's just wonderful. That is the indication of which kind of quote unquote technique belief you should be going for. Because if your manifestation belief or technique or whatever doesn't feel that fun, then what do you think you're going to manifest? Ooh, that was good. I never thought of it like that. That worked out good. That turned out good. I like that. Did that make sense? You know, whatever manifestation technique you're doing, what kind of people are you listening to? Which videos are you listening to? Are you listening to law of attraction? Are you listening to law of assumption? Are you listening to Buddhism? Are you listening to duality? Are you listening to non-duality? What are you listening to? And when you're listening to it and when you're involved in it, is it high energy? Is it high excitement? Is it high levels of fun? Does it sound like a blast? Does it sound like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun, I want to hear more and more on this level? Or does it feel like a chore? Does it feel like, oh God, I got to get up and do my meditation? Okay, let's see. I got to fit in a 15-minute meditation, and I got to do this and I got to do that. And I guarantee if you're going into your meditation like that, what kind of a meditation do you think you're going to manifest? Are you going to manifest a kind of meditation that is peaceful and wonderful and full of lots of ahas? Or are you going to manifest the kind of meditation where you feel like maybe you're doing it wrong and maybe it's hard, and if I do this enough, then it'll get easier, but I have to practice? You know, when you say I've set goals and I'm going to make it happen, doesn't it sound like you need to do a lot of practice? Doesn't it sound like out of thin air wows and amazing things isn't really part of that world? But when you're out walking and you find the most gorgeous flower, and you were just thinking that morning about flowers and how much you love flowers, and you turn a corner and there's the most beautiful flower you've ever seen, and the fragrance coming off of it was so powerful you smelled it before you came around the corner. Which world do you want to choose? Which world? Now, when I say that, what's cropping up for you? Oh, okay. I obviously I want to choose the more beautiful, the more pretty, the more fun world, but I have to practice. Wait a minute. Now you're blending two worlds. Stop it. Stop that. You don't have to do that. You really don't have to do that. So back to, what I woke up to this morning, I'm like going, oh my God. Now, usually in the morning when I wake up, I come and I sit on my couch, and for 3 minutes, I'll do a thank you, a gratitude and practice. And then after those 3 minutes is up, I'll do a congratulation, practice. And then now these practices are not set in stone. And I was so blown away by the wow of all this additional snow on top of already an outrageous amount of wow, that thinking of sitting on the couch and doing that was very ho hum. And I'm like, nope, not going to do that today. That is not who I am today. Now, some days, sitting on the couch and doing that thank you and doing any of those processes is wonderful. It's exciting. It's fun. And it's just a wonderful place to be. But that's not this morning. This morning, what was, oh my God, isn't that pretty? Oh my God, isn't that beautiful? Holy cow, was what was outside my window. Was also making myself some coffee, was sitting here and doing this video. Those were my highest excitements for today. So for me, in every day when I get up, I let my world issue the invitations for what's going to be the most fun for that morning or that afternoon or that, whatever. Yesterday, what was the most fun was going outside and seriously digging, which seems weird, but it was such soft, fluffy snow that I had a blast digging out this big long tunnel down to my car and then digging out my car. And, if I was to think of it ahead of time, no, digging does not sound like fun. But when you go out there and you feel that satisfaction and you feel like I am so strong, I can do anything. There is something so amazing within that. And when you get to see the end result, you're like, damn. For me, that was wonderful. But if I was thinking about it ahead of time, like sitting here drinking my coffee going, oh, I have to go outside and pick up the shovel and start digging. Well, that doesn't sound fucking fun. No. But you get in there and I got out there and I did it and I had the best time. And then I put on my snowshoes and I went for a big old walk. And then I came back and got some water and nourishment. And then I just felt the biggest pull, the biggest inspiration to go back outside again and just go wander around and just be in awe of all this snow, all this scenery I've never seen before. And it was very powerful for me to see how much I love. I'm in the exact same neighborhood I've been in for years. I'm doing the exact same walk I've been doing for years, but it looks radically different. It looks radically different. And what was even more amazing is when I started out on my walk, my street was about 4.5 to 5 feet deep of snow, all the way up to my chest. So I had to have my snowshoes on. And I headed out with the intention of just either going for a walk or finding a plow and seeing if they could plow my street, and whatever would happen would happen. And sure enough, I came around the corner and there was a plow and we started chatting and talking. And I was in such a good mood. And I said, hey, if you can, it would be great to have you get to my street. But if you can't, no big deal. And so sure enough, went for my walk about 2 hours. Actually, it was more of a march, stepping up high. And I mean, there was so much fun little interactions within that journey right there of manifesting that walk. But when I came back, I was blown away by not only had they plowed my street, but it looked like a completely different street. It was literally, I had gone from the world of not a plowed street to the world of now it's plowed. And it was radically different. It looked so radically different. It blew me away. And once again, what I realized is how much I love that. I love the feeling of being blown away. I love the feeling of going, wow. Now, I could say all this snow is a reflection of what an abundant being I am, abundant in joy and wows, and this is fun and all of that. Absolutely. That's available. But the biggest thing about this video that I'm saying here is what works for you may not be working for anybody else. What is putting you in that space of, isn't that pretty? Isn't that beautiful? And who are you as that person? And once again, you don't need the circumstances around you to reflect that, to be that. You can choose that that's who you are, that that's the way it is. And then you don't take the temperature of circumstances. What I mean by that is you're not, analyzing your circumstances. Okay, well, where is that thing I want? Where's that special something, my dream? And if I don't have that in my world, I'm just not going to be happy. I'm not going to allow myself to be as happy as I could be because what I want isn't quite here yet. And if I allow myself to be as happy as I could go without it, then it might not come. So no, I'm gonna hold myself to not being quite as happy and joyful as I could go. Oh, come on. Is that fun? That doesn't sound like fun. So this morning, where am I going to go after I'm done with this video? I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see what presents itself, what inspirations. See, because the thing is, guys, when you're in the state of, oh, I love this. Oh my God, isn't that amazing? When you're in that state, your inspirations lead you to more and more of that. It's these strange inspirations. You're inspired to get up and go outside and pick up a shovel, and you're like, how am I going to be happy to do that? And yet I'm even more happier than I've ever been before, and I'm thinner and I'm stronger and my muscles are bigger and more toned, and hey, that's what I wanted to do. That was all built in to this. Wow. Can you imagine if you woke up one morning and you had the exact body you wanted? You went to bed in one body and you woke up in your dream body. Isn't that a wow? Isn't that a, oh my God, holy cow, how did this happen? I don't care. I'm good with it, right? So when you're in the space already of that mood, to the best you can, to the best you can, it gives you the inspirations to go do things that help bring that to you. And even though while you're doing it or just prior to doing it, it may make no sense to you. Why am I being inspired to go get my nails done? Why am I being, and that's just not who I am. I never do that. Why am I being inspired to this or that? And yet you do it. And the end results being in the more that mood, more that feeling, more of the wows start coming your way. And while it made no sense to you in the beginning, you get to look back and go, wow, oh my gosh, that makes sense. So maybe your desire is to be a successful business person, man, woman, whatever. You're just so, success. That was hard to say. And you're stepping into being that person. You're doing your best, even though circumstances aren't showing it. Your bank account isn't showing it yet. You're just really moving into, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for a successful business. Thank you. And you're just kind of hanging out there the best you can. And you've been catching your inner thoughts throughout the day. Are your inner thoughts, oh, my business sucks. Maybe I should give it up. Maybe I should go back to a 9-to-5 job. Oh my gosh, I'm not getting any likes on social media. People don't seem to be liking my business. I'm trying to advertise my business. Should I hire a business manager? What should I do? Blah, blah, blah. You erase all that shit and you move into, thank you. Just thank you. Oh, isn't this exciting? Isn't this fun? And you just leave it to those simple little phrases. Isn't it exciting? Isn't it fun? And then you start having inspirations. You're inspired to, I don't know, hire somebody. You're inspired to have somebody do something on your website. You have this brilliant idea and you're like, oh, but I don't really want to do it. I'm going to hire this professional. And part of you is going, maybe we shouldn't. I don't think we can really afford that professional. But it feels good. It feels wonderful to hire that person. That just, you can feel the delight within that for some reason, even though this is not you. This is something new you would do. There's a delight in the idea. There's a satisfaction. There's oh, this feels good. I'm going to go put my feet up. Let that person do all the work. There's just that within there. And so you do it. And then the results are amazing. And you realize, oh, that's why I was inspired to hire that person, because I was already in the space of that was perfect. That was wonderful. Ta-da! All right, so this was a long video, just yakking because that makes me happy. Sometimes I sit there and the thought comes up of, maybe I shouldn't have such a long video. People don't want to watch a long video. And I have to stop myself and realize, damn, I just put out a whole bunch of gold. This is a pot of gold. This isn't one coin of gold, a little 30-second video of one coin of gold. This is a whole motherfucking huge pot of gold. And people love to listen to that. And it isn't until I shifted into that thinking that I started having more and more proof of that. So instead of second guessing who you were this morning and your inspirations, and why would I do that? Instead, celebrate it. That was pure gold, what I just did. People are going to love it, and they're going to love listening all the way to the end. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that awesome? Yes, 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 yes. Love you guys. Let me know below what you got from this. Did you only listen to 5 minutes because that was powerful enough? Did you listen to the whole damn long thing and just be like, oh, that was so good, I got to listen to it again? What brilliant aha that I didn't cover came up for you? What amazing inspirations lead to such delight that it blew you away? Let me know.